2016 Jaguar F-Type review. What's new for 2016? For the 2016 F-Type, Jaguar adds a 6-speed manual transmission option, available all-wheel drive and enhanced technology features. The F-Type V8S model has been discontinued, and hydraulic power steering had been replaced by electric power steering on all F-Types. Also, Jaguar has made some changes to the F-Type's trim levels and options packages, including making the previously optional 12-speaker Meridian sound system standard on all F-Types. Introduction: gorgeous styling, a luxurious interior and thrilling performance all combine to make the 2016 Jaguar F-Type one of the most desirable sports cars on the road today. And that would probably be the case even if the F-Type were completely unchanged from last year. Yet Jaguar has decided not to rest on its laurels, instead making some big changes to further the F-Type's appeal. Headlining are the mechanical additions of a new 6-speed manual transmission and available all-wheel drive. Though it's only available with the V6 engine, the manual will undoubtedly appeal to driving purists who want a 3-pedal setup, while the availability of all-wheel drive should interest buyers who live in inclement weather climates and appreciate the added security of increased traction in wet or dry conditions. Under normal driving conditions, the new all-wheel drive system sends all power to the rear wheels. But when hustling the F-Type on a curvy road, a track or in slippery conditions, the system can shift 50% of engine power to the front wheels for improved grip and handling. In this shuffle, the V8S convertible trim has been eliminated from the lineup, but in its place you can now get the F-Type R trim and its crackling 550 horsepower supercharged V8. Unfortunately, this V8 engine is now exclusively paired with all-wheel drive and the automatic transmission, meaning the tire-smoking, tail-out histrionics that so endeared us to the rated F-Type have been eliminated. The R is still a very charismatic sports car, and all-wheel drive should make it a sharper driving tool for attacking curving mountain roads, but it's hard not to think that some of the fine had been lost. Another con, regardless of whether you get the R's V8 or one of two available V6 engines, is the stiff ride quality, especially with the larger 19 and 20-inch wheels fitted. The Jag also isn't especially practical, even by sports car standards, with a cramped cabin for tall passengers and a paltry amount of cargo space, especially in the convertible. If such practicality concerns resonate with you, the Porsche 911 is much better suited for daily driving and road trips, while boasting impeccable driving manners and a wide selection of variations. Porsche's less expensive and superior handling Cayman and Boxster are also worth considering. And if you want something a bit less expensive but just as capable, the 2016 Chevrolet Corvette is in many ways the Jag's American spiritual cousin in terms of its brash character and aggressive performance. But when it comes to satisfying the emotional side of driving, the evocative 2016 Jaguar F-Type is one of the best sports cars available today. Body styles, trim levels, and options. The 2016 Jaguar F-Type is a 2-seat sports car available as a fabric-top roadster or a hardtop coupe. Both the coupe and the convertible are available in base, S and R trims. Standard features on the base trims include 18-inch alloy wheels, automatic Bixen headlights with washers and LED running lights, automatic wipers, power folding heated side mirrors, keyless ignition and entry, cruise control, single zone automatic climate control, leather and simulated suede upholstery, simulated leather interior trim, 8-way power seats with 4-way power lumbar and power side bolsters, driver memory settings, a power tilt-antless coping steering column, an auto-dimming rear-view mirror, Bluetooth phone and audio connectivity, an 8-inch touchscreen display, navigation and a 12-speaker Meridian audio system with a CD player, auxiliary audio jack, a USB pod interface, smartphone app integration, and HD and satellite radios. The convertible has a fully powered retractable soft top, while the coupe has a panoramic glass roof. On the base model, an active sport exhaust is standard on models equipped with the manual transmission, but optional with the automatic transmission. Upgrading to the F-Type S will get you a more powerful engine, 19-inch wheels, an adaptive suspension, larger front brakes, a mechanical limit slip differential, selectable dynamic driving modes, controls throttle, steering and transmission responses, the active sport exhaust, a flat bottom heated steering wheel and multicolor ambient lighting. At the top of the range, the F-Type R adds the supercharged V8 engine, 20-inch wheels, red brake calipers and larger rear brakes, an electronic active differential with torque vectoring, quad exhausts, auto-dimming mirrors, rear parking sensors, dual-zone automatic climate control, heated sports seats, full leather upholstery and interior trim, a heated steering wheel and metal pedals. The coupe also includes a power hatch, while the convertible has a wind deflector. Most of the R's standard items are available on lower trim levels in packages or as standalone options. All trims are optional, with extended leather interior trim, simulated suede upholstery and interior trim, and a heated windshield. There is also the Vision Pack, which includes adaptive headlights, automatic high beams, front and rear parking sensors, a rear view camera, rear cross-traffic detection and a blind spot warning system. All but the base model can be had with high-performance carbon ceramic brakes, while a carbon fiber roof is available on all coupe models. Powertrains and performance. The base 2015 Jaguar F-Type is powered by a supercharged 3.0-litre V6 engine that produces 340 horsepower and 332 pound-feet of torque. A standard 6-speed manual transmission or optional 8-speed automatic send power to the rear wheels. Jaguar estimates the base F-Type will accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 5.5 seconds with the manual and 5.1 seconds with the automatic. For fuel economy, the EPA estimates that the base F-Type will return 22 miles per gallon combined 19 city 28 highway with the automatic transmission. Estimates for the manual were not available at the time of this writing. The mid-range F-Type S uses the same V6 but increases power output to 380 horsepower and 339 lb-ft of torque. It has the same transmission choices as the base engine, but is offered with all-wheel drive paired only with the automatic. In testing, a V6S coupe with the automatic transmission and rear-wheel drive went from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 5.0 seconds. Which is a respectable time but still slower than 6-cylinder powered rivals by about half a second. Jaguar estimates the F-Type S with rear-wheel drive and a manual transmission will go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 5.3 seconds, while the automatic variant cuts it down to 4.8 seconds. All-wheel drive adds an estimated tenth of a second. The F-Type S with rear-wheel drive and the automatic transmission is rated by the EPA at 22 miles per gallon combined 1927. These lower by 1 mile per gallon each with the automatic and all-wheel drive. Manual transmission estimates were not available at the time of this writing. The F-Type R receives a supercharged 5.0-litre V8 that puts out 550 horsepower and 502 lb-ft of torque. You can only have the R with all-wheel drive and the 8-speed automatic transmission. Jaguar estimates the R will accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 3.9 seconds. The F-Type R is rated by the EPA at 18 miles per gallon combined 1,523. Safety. Standard safety features on the 2016 Jaguar F-Type include anti-lock disc brakes, stability and traction control, seat-mounted side airbags and rollover protection bars. Convertible only. Rear parking sensors are standard on the R model and as an option on all other trims. Front parking sensors, a rear view camera, a blind spot monitor and a rear cross-traffic warning system are optional on all trims. During testing, the 2015 rear-wheel drive Type R Coupe, which is now only available in all-wheel drive, took just 106 feet. That's about what we expect from a sports car with summer tires, but an F-Type V6S with rear-wheel drive took a relatively long 115 feet. Interior design and special features slide into the F-Type's driver's seat, and there's no mistaking it for anything but a sports car. Even in base trim, there are plenty of cues telling you that this car means business, with racy stitching, well-bolstered seats and a beefy passenger grab handle on the center console. It's still a Jaguar, though, which means top-notch materials. Such finishing touches as central air vents that rise from the dash and the Ignis orange start button and shift paddles for S and R models further increase the cool factor. For 2016, some of the F-Type's interior tech has been updated and all trim levels get the 12-speaker Meridian sound system as standard. The system also includes an 8-inch touchscreen and Jaguar's in-control apps, which allows for expanded smartphone connectivity and use of third-party apps. At highway speeds in the convertible, top-down motoring is calm, with buffeting kept to acceptable levels. If you suddenly remember you forgot your hat and sunscreen, though, the top goes up in just 12 seconds and it can do so at speeds up to 30 miles per hour. The coupe provides a slightly more confined feeling inside, but there's still plenty of headroom and the now standard panoramic sunroof offers a much airier feel. Road trips in the Jag may be a bit of a hassle. Those long of leg will find the seat doesn't move far back enough, and trunk space is notably limited whether you're in the coupe or the convertible. The convertible provides just 7 cubic feet of space, while the coupe offers a more usable 11 cubes. Medium-sized suitcases will be a tight squeeze. A golf bag is iffy, and the oddly shaped space and awkward lift over make luggage loading even more difficult. Driving impressions: if you're looking for ultimate straight-line performance, the lightning-fast F-Type R is the way to go, especially because now you can utilize all 550 horses from a stop thanks to traction-enhancing all-wheel drive. Plus, the V8's active exhaust produces one of the most outrageous soundtracks that an internal combustion engine can offer. Yet when you're driving with restraint in traffic, the F-Type quiets to normal, more civilized levels. We've yet to test an F-Type with the 6-speed manual, but the 8-speed automatic certainly hasn't kept us from thoroughly enjoying a year-long test of a 2015 F-Type R Coupe. It shifts nearly as quickly as many of the automated manual transmissions in competitors, executing smooth gear changes in everyday driving situations and quicker of matching downshifts when you're driving with a bit more enthusiasm. As for handling, the 2016 Jaguar F-Type delivers big time. All models in the range perform on a very high level, though the V6 models feel marginally more responsive in the handling department than the heavier R. At speed on the highway, the F-Type is quiet and mostly comfortable, but on broken pavement the firm suspension has trouble soaking up rougher road imperfections. It's especially noticeable with the 19 or 20-inch wheels. While we haven't driven the all-wheel drive F-Type yet, it's worth considering that a better handling and more versatile F-Type may be a bit less fun. Basically, sorting out the twitchy back end will mute some of the theatrics that we liked so much before. The all-wheel drive system also makes the car a bit heavier. We'll know for sure once we test the new AWD F-Type, but in the meantime it's something you'll want to think about.
Yeah.